Hi everyone, so it's Holly here with Missouri River Soap, and after I released my pink grapefruit sea salt soap video, a lot of people really enjoyed the little paw print molds that I did a little bit of an overpour into. So I thought I would actually make some paw print sea salt soaps extra scrubby just for the feet. Now this is a recipe I've shared many times before. You can see the links to those videos down in the description box. There's a lot of great info down there, so I encourage you to take a look. So this is just going to be a small batch. I only have the 2 paw print molds, so I'm going to do 30 ounces of oils and 15 ounces of the sea salt. So the first thing I'm going to do is add the lye solution into the base oils, which is a mixture of coconut, castor, cocoa butter, and shea butter. This lye solution has just a little bit of lye lint in it because I prepped the batch the other day and I just didn't get to it. This is pretty much the story of how I operate. So I'm just going to strain those little bits out. As I often say, if it's fresh, it doesn't bother me, but if it's been sitting, it can get a little bit crusty. So a sea salt soap is considered a very luxurious soap. It's very, very hard, and for the soap to lather with the sea salt, it has to have high amounts of coconut. We counteract that by using a little bit higher of a super fat, usually 15 to 20%. So now the lye solution's in there. I'm going to burp my stick blender. And what that does is there's some air that gets trapped in this shaft as you put it down into the liquid. Some people swirl. I like to tap. And we just want those air bubbles out. This is a very, very small amount of soap, and this stick blender is quite powerful. So I know that it's not going to take much. Now I have some ultramarine blue mixed up. I always mix it with water. I mix my micas with oil and my ultramarines with water. This is going to lighten up. I barely used any, and look at that blue. But this is going to lighten up quite a bit because the base of the soap is very white. So I've mixed up a essential oil blend, and it smells so good. It's a mixture of peppermint, eucalyptus, clove, and cedarwood atlas. And this is called the Highbrow blend if you were to go look at it at eocalc.com. The ultramarines do need a really good blend. My oils have been quite cool, so with everything being so cool, I can see it's a little bit, has some texture to it, but I'm just going to blend that out. I soap room temperature, which during the winter tends to be around 60-65 degrees. See, I did not burp my stick blender, and I don't know if you can see all those air bubbles that are in there. And you can probably hear it also. So now I'm going to start adding in the salt, of which I will have to move fairly quickly after that. So I'm probably just going to hand stir it in. So far it's quite thin and loose. I've been having better luck with my base because it's so cool. Okay, so I'm going to put in the sea salt. And I may actually want to give that a bit of a blend just to be on the safe side, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So mixing in the salt. I use 50% salt. That's my preferred saltage. Some people go up to 100% of the oil weight in salt, but I like 50. That's just kind of, I don't know, I like it. That's my favorite. Okay, so in addition, I'm going to add in a little bit of pumice. I'm not going to add in a whole lot. We're getting pretty thick. probably about a tablespoon. I wanted to add about a tablespoon of black poppy seeds and about a tablespoon of Icelandic black sand. And the purpose of this is just to be a scrubby soap only for your paws. Salt soaps can be irritating to some skin types, especially with the extra exfoliation. So I am purposefully making this for the feet. Let's look at that. It's getting pretty thick, so I think I'd like to go ahead and pour. I'm not noticing any chunks of salt. That's why I was thinking about stick blending. I think it's time to get this poured before I'm in trouble. So I have these cutesy paw molds. I just bought them off of Amazon. Let's do side by side like this. Let's do that. Okay, so here we go. And I will want to give it a tap down to level out. So we'll see how this fills the mold. Sometimes it can be not the easiest to determine how much a mold like this will hold. I usually kind of just wing it and then try to make notes for the next time. I've not used this mold really for just a batch of soap purposefully. It's always been for the overpours. Let's go ahead and smack this down. Now it would be a little bit better if I had put this on like a cookie sheet, and then I could really smacked it down better without wobbling this mold around. This is going to be a pretty big soap, so I've decided not to fill it up all the way. Needs a little bit of assistance to come out at this point. It smells so good. I wanted to do a natural thing. Now, I fully intend for you to view this particular video as a DIY. I'm not doing a full DIY where I mix up, the lye solution and show all of that. But I am probably going to go ahead and put the recipe down in the base and then in the description. And then I want you to double check those other videos, or check out I should say. Because I do have a couple that are more full-on DIYs. So I'd say the 45 ounces is turning out to be pretty nice. This mold probably could hold a bit more, so I would probably maybe do 40-20 next time to fill the two up. Almost has almost like a tea scent. Oh, it's so good. And like I said, this is the highbrow blend found on eocalc.com. So I am just going to set these off to the side. I rarely gel my sea salt soaps just because they're always in these fun molds. I feel like this guy over here needs just a little bit more. So you can see the texture. I just love it. I love it. Salt soaps are so delightful. This is where, like I said, if I'd done the cookie sheet, I could have smacked it down a lot better without shaking the molds, but this will do. This will do. Okay, so here we have the salt soaps. What did happen here? It needs smoothed out just a little bit. Often I will plane the back end also just to make them more level. So there we have the paw print sea salt soaps, extra exfoliating for the paws, for the people paws, not for animal paws. And I will let this set for at least 24 hours before I come back to unmold. I'll see you then. Okay, so here I am back to unmold the paw soaps. This one has been unmolded already. Isn't it just adorable? I think it's going to be perfect. And I have to admit something. I forgot to add the coconut milk into these. That's why they didn't, partially why they didn't fill the molds all the way. So, realized that when I went to work on my next batch of soap. So that's kind of funny. Happens to the best of us, but in this particular instance, it's part of the water portion. So basically, I just had a steeper discount is all. So, it really didn't hurt anything, except for it did move along a little bit quicker. As far as these bumpy edges in the back, I will plane those off and everything will be just fine. Be a nice smooth soap when I'm done cleaning it all up. So I'll probably just leave it at the 12 for now. We'll see how this does and how people like it and everything before I jump out there big and make a bunch more. But we'll see. I may change my mind between now and then. So there we have the cute little exfoliating paw sea salt soaps. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.